I'm Robert Arrington. This is Deer Meat for Dinner, and we are with my good buddy. This is Mr. Curtis right here, y'all. This is the captain of the Big Smoke. We're up here in Nova Scotia chasing one of the most epic fish in the entire world, the giant bluefin tuna. The sun's just about to start coming up. There's herring boats pulling their nets right now, and as they pull those nets, the bluefin tuna and the whales and the seals and everything else are going to be eating those herrings. Well, right now, he's actually using his hydraulic motor, simulating the sound of pulling the nets. In the back, we're chumming with fresh herring, and now we're going to start putting baits in the water, baby. Please tell me you got. Oh, there he is! Oh my gosh! That was a monster! I've been waiting about 20 years to come see this. Right there, that's my bait. But before I put this bait in the water, I want to just enjoy this. We're watching giant bluefins eat 3 feet from the side of the boat. Words can't express to you what I'm seeing right here. Keep your eye on the floater, boys.
There he goes.
Sarah caught one, Cameron caught one, and now I've got my bait rigged up and ready to go. Let it fall in the water. Make sure you don't have a tip wrap. We're just gonna let that bait gently flutter down. These fish are so smart. Even though they're eating right here at the side of the boat, you can't let any of the line get around your hand or around the boat or around the reel or the rod, because if it does, big problem. That's good, didn't he? Got him on! Way to be, boys!
Good morning, Mr. Arrington. My name is Fly Navarro. I will be your co-pilot today. Make sure your laptops and tray tables and they're upright in lock position.
Been waiting many, many, many years for this. Look at that run.
I hate to say this, but I need you to come back faster.
I love testing my gear to the limits. I've got some really epic deer hunts coming up later this year, and I want to know how my stuff's gonna last in cold, wet, gnarly weather. This Teeson, it's my 3rd day wearing it, y'all. That's what I'm gonna be wearing this deer season. Woo! Look at that. We got a really big fish on here. I'm trying to figure out, do we want to turn around and go face forward or back up? Looks like we're gonna make the turn. Got to back off the drag a little bit, make your turn. You don't want to have super high drag, make the turn and break her off. I went to high gear so I can gather more line. Coming right to us. Here comes the mono. My arm feels like it's gonna burn off. If you've got a torch up against my arm, please, coming around to your ear. Okay, we gotta take this freaking thing off. I'll take it off. Pull. Pull. I got it. Felt like you had me in a Kimura there. Woo! There she is, right on the surface. Go get her. You don't need a lot of cranks, just low gear. Lean up, get your 1 or 2 cranks. Hey, it's gonna be an honor having you wire this fish for me.
Let me tell you, it is an honor to do it for you.
Hey. You guys, please go check him out on social media. Fly is like, I know there's a lot of YouTubers with bigger channels than this guy does, but ain't a guy on YouTube nowhere that has the breadth of experience catching crazy fish than this fella. So, you want to learn from the best? Follow the best. You follow me too, just saying. Because we're friends, that's...
Yeah, exactly.
We've got it going perfect. We're both drifting down sea right at the same rate. Don't try to move her too much. Get a crank. Get a crank. Here she comes. Come on. Come on. She's gonna come up to the surface right here. I'm at 70. See it? There's something.
Yeah, it's rubbing.
There's the leader. Talk to me.
Keep winding. Keep winding.
I'm gonna come off the drag a little bit.
Okay. Wind. Turn the chair.
I'm backing off to 35.
Back up to 35. Walking up. Move, please.
Austin.
Let it go. Back it off.
I'm to 20. I'm to 20.
Okay, thank you. That's perfect. No, she's not close enough to tag yet. You're good. Neutral, please.
Right. There. Got the tag in, y'all.
All right, we're gonna pull it for a little bit off the
Got the leader off the rod now.
Woohoo!
You're good.
All right, you guys.
What's
Hey,
that?
pretty girl. Bring her up close. Let's cut her up short. Here we go. Follow her with the GoPro. Sealer. See you, girl. There she goes. Hey.
Boy, that was epic.
Fly.
That was great.
Get in here. Hey, you guys. This is what epic teamwork is all about. Fly, I want to say thank you very much for thinking of me, brother, as always. Carl, thank you for all your hard work on the chum. Curtis,
Robert,
you're a
my
master.
pleasure.
Man,
My
thank
pleasure.
you very much.
Pleasure having you guys.
Hey, but the fun has just begun. A friend of ours just harvested one of these big monsters and is hauling it back to the marina right now. We're gonna go get a shower and then we're gonna show you how to process one. And later this evening, we're gonna be cooking BlueFin tuna right here from Nova Scotia, Canada. Love you guys. Thanks for being a part. So this is the landing spot for all these massive, giant bluefin tunas. These fish are so valuable that they have to be tagged before they come out of the water. Not only that, there has to be a government representative, a monitor, a federal agent come here and watch this fish come out of the water. That fish could be worth up to $1 million. Giant bluefin are the most valuable fish on Earth. My question to you guys is, what do you think this fish is gonna weigh? Drop it in the comments below, let me know. My guess, I'm gonna guess 677. This is the very last time that fish will ever come out of the water. From now on, it's all about production, taking care of them. And we're gonna head back over to where the ice bins are, show you how it's broke down. And what an amazing, amazing experience.
Okay, wrench, do our thing.
So now as we pull up here to the processing facility, we're gonna start breaking this fish down, getting him ready for transport because his ride from the Sound to Japan is underway.
Oh, no, that's a kilogram.
307 kilograms.
I'll change that in a second. Just give me 1 second.
So the fish weighs 307 kilograms, which equates to, here we go, 678. My guess, I'm gonna guess 677. 678. Full disclosure, as soon as I saw him, I said 590. But whenever I walked up, I was like, oh man, he looks bigger than what I thought. So everything has to happen now in a timely manner. As soon as that fish is taken out of the water, the key is to get him processed as fast as possible so that he stays as cold as possible. That's one of the fins, but it could be it could be a dorsal fin, it could be a pectoral fin, it could be whatever. All of these fins are made so that this fish can just cruise through the water effortlessly, turning on a dime. This is the head fish handler around here. As soon as the fish comes in, he takes care of it, and you know he's getting serious when he breaks out the power tools. That body might be going to Japan, but I guarantee you there's some meat in that head we're about to cut out. There you go, y'all. Like in your mind, you think the whole fish has to turn like this. But look, you can see the joint. Now, Terry, what are you doing here?
We're severing the nerve through the spine of the fish.
Okay.
It just relaxes all the muscles.
Okay, so they cut that tail off right here. What they did was they ran a hose through the front, through one of the main arteries, and it washed out all that blood. It was actually squirting out here, right here. And it makes the meat perfect. It's very important to pack the cavity with that ice. You want to drop the temperature as fast as possible, and you want the entire temperature to drop at the same rate. Now that fish is going to go in the ice brine that's been prepared for it, waiting on its arrival. The reason you put it in the slurry, A, the salt water will drop the temperature, but that water will perfectly encompass that fish and drop the temperature immediately. Now, they'll continue adding ice, adding ice, adding ice, and at some point they'll drain it off so that it's just setting in a little coffin of ice. All right, you guys, so look how huge this head is. I'm saying 100 pounds. All that meat comes all the way up in there, so we're gonna try to just cut it right up to the forehead, just like that. Look at that.
You can peel this skin away or cut it,
I'm just gonna skin this out.
and then you're going to see exactly where you're going to be able to get it. Now you see that? You see where the plate is now. So now you got to get up underneath that plate.
Ooh, look at that. Look at the fat in his head. Let's get that out. Look at that. It looks like a giant tuna backstrap.
Tenderloin.
What? All right, you guys, so it just got extremely real in there. After looking at the fat content and the muscle structure on that fish, it's a very, very, very expensive fish. Each tuna is bought and sold separately, and that's a contractual agreement between the fisherman and the buyer. The most respectful way to say it is you wouldn't want somebody looking at your check from work. That guy works his life catching these fish. He can only harvest a certain number of them, and that one is very, 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 very expensive. Kudos to Gary and his entire team on catching just an absolute magnificent, magnificent fish. That's the boat, that's their weapon. What an amazing experience this has been. One of the favorite videos I've ever had the opportunity to do in my entire life. Let's just season this sucker up. There you go. Man, it's just like, this fish feels like a piece of steak, to tell you the God's honest truth. And because we are in Nova Scotia, maple syrup is a huge thing here. So we're gonna season this sucker up with some maple syrup, some soy sauce, and a little olive oil. There you go. Just gonna make ourselves a nice, pretty love potion. And what you want to do is just roll this sucker all around. Let it become happy. Make sure it's got some oil on it, and just sear that sucker. Throw it right there. Typically, I would shut the lid, but the lid's in the front yard, so that's not an option. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of wasabi paste, put it in there, about like that. Then we will take some soy sauce, like that. Take a little bit of this Slap Ya Mama spices, a little bit of maple syrup, and a touch of olive oil. Take your whisk. Sear it off. We're not trying to cook it totally all the way through. We're just trying to cook it on the outside, maybe 30% of the way. I've not spoke to Fly since we left the boat and he just pulled up. How epic is this? Did you come dressed for YouTube or what, bro?
I didn't know I had to be color coordinated. We're in Canada.
Hold on, I got a question for you before we continue with this. I want to know from you guys, do you want to see a video on how to catch bluefin tuna in Nova Scotia? If you want to see that video, drop a thumbs up, leave it in the comment below, and we'll do it tomorrow. I swear on my life, we did not talk. You showed up like a buzzard exactly when it was ready to go.
It's my inner Cuban.
Here we go, y'all. Look at that.
Look at that piece.
That's incredible.
Look at that. Are you kidding me?
That looks great.
That, those little fat lines around the meat, that's what makes this fish the most valuable fish in the entire world. Look at that.
I need to get that sauce over here.
How is that?
Unbelievable.
Oh, do we have chopsticks for everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, look at, I didn't know that.
Do you know how to use chopsticks?
Does it look like I know how to use chopsticks?
Is that good?
Please.
Cam, you better get in here.
Whoa. That
You might not get
is
it.
a ticket.
Whoa.
That is good.
I've always wondered, why do people pay so much money for this fish? I'd argue to say that's my favorite fish I've ever eaten in my
That
entire
is
life.
very, very good.
Here.
Thank you, sir.
What do you think, Camerooni?
It's good. Eh? Sauce a little spicy, but good. We're gonna make sure we chow this down before it gets cold.
You don't want it cold. Try bites?
That's the first ring, second ring, third ring, fourth ring, actually fifth. So this fish is about 10 years old.
10 years old?
It's like counting the rings in the tree.
Hey. Go to deermeatfordinner.com. Enter to win this trip. I hope I see you. I hope you are the first one staying at my condo. This has been one of my favorite videos I've ever been a part of in my entire life. Fly, thank you. Cam, you guys, I can't say enough good things about this. Go check out Fly. I'm speechless, but that's all I got for you tonight. Take
Let's
care,
do it
God
again.
bless.
Put in the sauce.
Hey, next year,
Let's do it again.
same place, same time.
Same bat channel, same bat time, man.
I love you guys, but we are gone.